This is March 11th today, and this is the 11th anniversary of the Great Eastern Japan earthquake. And I was remembering what happened on that day. I was on the Tokyo subway, and there was this really huge quake. And after that, there were many unforgettable incidents, the tsunami and the Fukushima nuclear power plant accident and so on. These were really difficult days for many people. So I remember the day, and 1 year after that, I was in Long Beach, California, and I was giving my TED talk. I used a footage from a local TV station about the tsunami, which was, kindly offered to me by a local cameraman. And also, I was carrying a fisherman's flag called Tairyobata, which wishes for a really large harvest of fish. And so with these two really precious items that I had with me, I gave a talk about the Japanese spirit of resilience, how the Japanese people can, go through the conundrum of the difficulties caused by the earthquake and tsunami and the nuclear power plant accident. And I think I did my best, and the audience response was great. And after the talk, I was approached by several audience members, and they said kind things to me. So that was my TED talk in 2012. It was the first ever TED talk on main stage given by a Japanese person, and in that sense, I'm glad I did that. But because of the nature of the material, it never went online. And I think there's a TED blog entry about my speech. I think it'll be there still, but the video of the recording of the talk never appeared on the web. After the conference, the TED organizers sent me a DVD containing my talk, and also I think they sent a URL which led to online video of my talk. But I was careless at the time. I actually don't really. It's in my nature not to take too much care about what I have done personally. So I didn't take a great care of these two leads to the recordings of my talk. So I have lost track of them. So to this day, I have never seen myself speak on the TED main stage. Probably that is as well because this particular talk on my experience on the Great Eastern Japan earthquake occupies a really subtle and poignant position in my life, and so it is probably good, as well as that it stays there in this twilight zone of reality and dream, fantasy and fact. And to this day, I vividly remember how Chris Anderson came to call my name. Ken, it's your turn. But actually, it was something was wrong, and I didn't really expect to get on stage at that moment because my perception was that I would be called onto the stage a little bit later than that. But Chris Anderson came, and I had to go on the stage. So I went there, I kind of unprepared because I was out of the blue kind of thing. But I did my best, and I think I was in a state of flow on that stage. I vividly remember that it was my first ever TED talk. I had given some TEDx talks, but not TED talk. So And the fact that it didn't go online probably has some significance in my life. So today, on the 11th anniversary of the Great Eastern Japan earthquake, I remember these things, and I wish people would live in peace and safety, because things can happen on this earth, and some things are natural disasters, and some things are brought about by humans, as is happening in Russia and Ukraine right now. So I do hope that people would stay safe and in peace, and I do hope that all of us can express his or her individuality freely and you know in a way that would suit his or her own personality. And that is what I'm trying to do every day. And I would like to help other people do the same thing through my, lectures at universities and public speech and what I write and speak on the internet and so on. Because after all this, the reason why I'm doing all this is because I believe in human individuality and freedom and the possibility for coexistence in a harmonious manner in the true spirit of Nagomi. Thank you.